The clip that you're about to listen to is from the latest Ep.3.1 Unpolished episode that we just released today over on our Patreon. If you like what you hear and you decide you want more, all of our patrons, starting even at the lowest tier, get access to the full episode in audio and video format, as well as our entire backlog of bonus episodes that we've recorded up to this point. You can head on over to patreon.com/improvtabletop to learn more and see all the different rewards available there. Now, on with the show. And we are going to start with Hjalmar Fjordborn. Caleb, would you go ahead and introduce us to your character?
Absolutely. So, little background with where this guy came from in my brain. I was about 14 years late to the Skyrim party and only started playing it about a year ago. And I've gotten a little obsessed. It's a really good game, guys. If you haven't played it, like myself for the longest time, it's really fun. Yeah, I'm going to be doing my best. The voice actor is Michael Goff. The one
the
who...
Jarl.
Yeah. He plays like every other voice in the game. Like, hey, you're finally awake. And like everybody else. And yeah, anyway. So... that's what he's going to be. Anyway, yeah, and he's a human. He is the Vikings of this world are just raiders. He's just the most raider that you can think of. He's got the blonde beard and the long blonde hair that's braided, and he's got the classic helmet with the horns on the side, and he has a shield, which is always with him, and he has a one-handed axe. And he uses both of those to bash and smash and hack his way through just about anything. Very tough and grisly and just a gnarled gentleman in his 30s, we'll say.
Mm-hmm.
And... let's see.
A gnarled, grizzled 30-year-old. This terrain and the profession of fighter have not been entirely kind to Hjalmar, it seems.
It's like, in sports where the announcers are like, and this guy is the oldest football player in the game at 29 years old. Like, it's just... ancient. It's a tough profession.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. That's hilarious. This will be so good because I know in our campaign we sort of had to keep reminding ourselves that this was like a Viking campaign.
Yeah. Well, just because all our characters were a little. Anyway, that's fantastic.
Mm-hmm.
It will be front and center.
Lovely.
Let's see. Anything else that I would like to say? Ned, any other things that need to be stated at this point?
I think at this point, just sort of this general idea of who you are and what your shtick is. But now let's start talking about, like I said, your connection with the settlement of Trunau. So, yes, if you've got any ideas, go for it.
I do, yes. I was given a message to deliver to the blacksmith of Trunau. And so I need to find him. I've never met him. I don't know what he looks like, but blacksmiths are pretty easy to find. So we're going to look. And yes, I obviously don't. I have not read the letter, but we will find out what it says. Maybe. But we will give it to him.
Yes. Was this letter, was it perchance given to you? Were you given this directive by the seers?
Indeed, yes. Which is another reason you don't want to read it. Because if they give you a message for somebody, it's bad juju if you read it from somebody else.
Yes. So that is another thing to note with all of your characters. You have at some point prior to the beginning of this journey, you were told by the seers, by the Volve, that in their visions, in their divinations, they identified you as somebody who is inextricably tied with Ragnarok. It's been, Fimbulwinter has happened. It's been real cold for the past few years, and that's a sign that the end times are coming. And so they found you and were like, hey, if you could maybe stop Ragnarok from happening, that would be pretty cool. So, yes, now, on this way to the village, you were told by the Seers as well that you would meet up with a couple other people, and we'll figure out maybe a little bit about your bonds with those people in a moment, but we're going to pull out a move called Spout Lore. And traditionally, this is an information gathering move. If you want to learn something new about the situation you're in, about the world you're in, you can consult your accumulated knowledge about something, roll plus intelligence, and then I will tell you something that is interesting and maybe useful to your current situation. But there's also another way that I like to spin this in kind of a collaborative world building sort of way, where you tell me something that your character understands to be true about the world that you're living in, and then we have you roll about it, and that determines how correct your character's understanding is. If maybe they've been misinformed along the way, or if there's some kind of twist to what they know. So, what is something that Hjalmar believes to be true about the village of Trunau?
Is this up near the where the lava starts? Or was that just a side note of we have cold fjords and then we have lava and stuff that begins at some point?
Yeah, this is pretty close to the border. So, like, yeah, a little bit of the geography of Trunau. It's actually on a bit of a raised plateau almost. Not necessarily like a naturally formed plateau. It doesn't have like jagged, sharp edges. It looks almost like a huge barrow coming up off of the earth. But Trunau is built on top of this elevated plain. And from the village of Trunau, you can look out into the distance, and that is where you can start to see where it transitions from the cold into the lava fields. So it's right there at the border.
Like it. Well, one thing that I have heard is that the barrow that it is built on is indeed the burial site of a very old ancient giant that was absolutely huge.
Yeah, so let's have you then roll to Spout Lore. That'll be 2d6 plus intelligence.
Oh boy.
Not necessarily one of Hjalmar's strong suits.
It's not. Yes. Yeah, it's a +0, so, you know, I mean, I know things where it counts. Let's see. Ooh, that is a 6 and a 1.
All right, so that brings us up to a 7. That is a partial success. So this is true, but there's going to be some sort of twist. You, being kind of out and about, you're perhaps maybe a bit of a mercenarial fighter. Would you say that you're like kind of contained to one area, or do you get out and about a bit, do you think?
We'll say that I haven't gone out and about too much. I've stuck mainly to the cold and the fjords, and I'm not too sure about this lava stuff that we're coming close to. I've never seen it. I've heard about it. Yeah, fairly contained. Spent a lot of time on the sea as well.
Yes. Okay, so I think the sort of twist that I will add to this, maybe the thing that has sort of prompted you to get out of your kind of comfortable sticking around home sort of lifestyle, is a dream that you had one night. And maybe you visited Trunau in the past, maybe just once, maybe twice, and have heard these rumors about this giant being buried underneath the city. And you had a vision of the hill being cleft in twain, essentially, and seeing a skeletal giant fist raising from the barrow, holding aloft a hammer of fearsome and primal mien. The head itself intricately carved and sculpted with giant runes and motifs showing the organization of matter, the creation of this world itself, and the undoing of matter as well. And this was the vision you had that you maybe felt like, you know, that there might be something to that.
Yeah, that was not one of my better dreams. That made me concerned.
Yes.
Got to check that out.
Okay, so some troubling things perhaps going on in True Now. So as we're walking along now, we move the camera a little bit over to person number 2, Duke. So Jay, could you introduce our listeners to Roger Duke Craig?
Yes, so Roger Craig is... Not everybody knows him as Duke, but those who do, hopefully nobody knows him as Duke. Let's just put it that way. He is... It's funny that you say gnarled 30-year-old man, because I'm like, my guy's like 40, but he doesn't look that old.
Said the cushy of your life.
Yeah, he's dressed very nice. He's got, a pretty good tunic, and then I want to say like a jacket on, and he, before I describe who he is or everything, he has, I'm going to say, because I am going to tie it to, he doesn't sound like, I'm not going to be able to even attempt to do any Nordic accent or anything like that, like Jarl over there.
Jarl?
Yeah.
Is it Jarl?
Jarlborn.
It's Hjalmar.
Yeah.
Hjalmar.
Hjalmar. No, he's...
Oh, no.
But he's older, and so to tie him to the Viking village, he's got a pretty hefty beard, with like, braids, I guess, like with the stuff. But he's older, so his beard is more grayish. But he's very nice, very well kept, and he owns a bookstore, and I'm going to call it For Your Eyes Only. And
so no Braille here.
No Braille. There's a Braille section, sure. If you're a Viking and you're blind, you probably don't live very long, I think.
That section's called For Your Fingers Only.
Yeah. But yeah, and if we're going, are we describing, you said he was a fighter, so I guess I'll describe mine. My guy's a wizard, and his wand is a Wanther PPK, and it's shaped like a gun that he keeps in his jacket.
Is it like a stick? That's like a stick that's shaped like a gun, like the ones you always find as a boy?
It looks like a pistol. It looks like a pistol, but it's his, it looks like a Walther PPK. If you can't tell who I'm kind of basing my guy off of
James
by
Bond?
now. What?
James Bond?
Yes.
Bond?
Yeah. I mean,
oh my goodness.
He's his theme, like I'm going Roger Craig.
Goodness. Yep.
Yes. So, as you are heading along towards True Now, let's talk about how you are connected with this place.
Well, I have, because I'm assuming are we from here, or we're going to here?
Yeah, you are currently on your way to town, but you can be from here. You just met up with the other two out of town, and now you're coming back.
I have a bookstore, and so I just assumed it would be here. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Okay, so yes, you are the bookseller here in the village of True Now. This store full of all kinds of arcane and mystical oddities and excitements. What is something that you know to be true about True Now? And I will give you advantage on this roll because you live here.
I'm going to say that I know that I'm going to say a two thing, that because one of them specifically to me is that nobody knows who the Duke is. They may have heard of the Duke, but they don't know who he is. And the second thing is that there is a very rare book somewhere, or somebody knows where it is. It's called the Golden Book, and I've been trying to get my hands on this thing. And either somebody knows where it is or it's here. Like, I just know that's why I set my, I'm a collector of rare books, and I know that somebody here knows about it.
Yes, you're looking for the man with the golden book. So, go ahead and roll 2d6 plus intelligence. And we'll actually have you do 2 of these, one for each of these truths.
Okay. Well, where's my stats? Because that's definitely not going to be good.
Your intelligence is plus 2.
Okay, well, I got a 4.
A 4. Okay, so you are certain. You're certain that nobody knows who the Duke is. So that is your first roll. Now, the second roll, this one will let you have advantage on. The way that we do advantage in this game is you roll 3d6 and you just ignore the lowest one. So you take the 2 higher numbers and add those together.
Okay, that's good. So the 2 highest numbers, and the last one I was supposed to roll 2. I just wanted to make sure because that's what I did. And I was like, I got 1 and 1. So I was just like, dang.
Yeah.
Oh. All right. Well, this one, and this is plus intelligence.
Yes.
So this is a 14.
Yep. You are so certain that this book is here. In fact, you are so certain that this book is here that you're probably going to find the final clue that is going to lead you to it by the end of the day. So,
perfect.
Yes, you're like so close.
The golden book makes me think of like, the Book of Kells and like the illuminated manuscripts and things like that. That sounds really fun.
Yeah.
Oh, such a good movie.
Yeah, The Secret of Kells, that cartoon.
Yeah.
Yeah, and just all 3, the other ones, what is it? The Selkie one,
Song of the Sea.
And
then
the
I haven't seen Wolfwalkers yet, but I want to.
Oh, so good.
But yeah,
you can tell I'm really good
Saloon.
with names of movies.
Rachel and I were just looking into these guys.
Yeah.
Cartoon Saloon is the studio. Fantastic. If you haven't heard of them, go look it up.
Stunning.
Yes. Nice little plug section for you guys in the middle of our episode.
Yeah.
There we go.
All right. So anything else that you want our listeners to know about Roger Craig before we start moving on to our next character?
So obviously he's going to have a British accent. He's not going to try to be Nordic.
He's not going to be a little bit Scottish, perhaps?
No, not even. We already did as much as I respect Sean Connery, he's not my favorite Bond. He is, I want to say, dang, he's like, they're all great. I'm going to say like, there's only one that I absolutely hated, and he only got 1 movie, and that was fine. I don't need George Lazenby anyway. Best Bond, in my opinion, is Daniel Craig. That's just, I love him.
I still have never seen a James Bond movie.
Well, if you're anything like me, you'll watch one and then ask for Christmas to get all of them, and then watch them in a week. And if that one, the first one, Casino Royale, is the best. I love Casino Royale so much.
Is Sean Connery to the James Bond world what Andrea Bocelli is to the opera world, which is like an ambassador that sort of did a lot for the craft, but we don't really claim him?
No, I mean, he actually, most people think he is the Bond and stuff. And I think he is a great Bond and everything. I just have a hard time watching him because it is a very dated Bond.
Gotcha. Okay. Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
I'm going to do that bow and get to know you.
Yeah.
So that is Roger Craig. And now the camera continues on to the final person in our little group, heading on the way to True Now, a familiar face to our audience, Halohi Mythchild. So, what is it that has toured Halohi away from the other group and brought them to True Now?